Hi, David ERDOS with poem 97 from David's COVID 2020 vision, tearing or tearing the gates of the cage. An argument starts as a group of friends tests the weather, and private fears become public and an approaching cold achieves taste. How do we personalise our worldview when we have each received the same slither through either window or laptop, iPhone screen, eyebrows raised? What have we lived through? Exile? Or something premeditated? One friend reads of Manson and the tendrils and depths of that crime. Thoughts of collusion spiral as others consider this climate. Has there been a design within protest to crease and corrupt current times? Certainly, as we lope along, one thing falls on another. As coming slip back under the stone, a new dark side of the moon and sun sought us due to a very different Floyd, who quickly became a world band and a grand new uprising, which, while still sparking honour, exposed some of the lies they've employed. For lies line the streets, such as that American cop smashing windows, or the simple fact that our social distance will be impossible to now quantify. Did we need it at all? Or at least to the extent that they told us? As the rule of three kept us brainwashed, will we now be able to see what will soon cloud our eyes? And why did the clapping finish last week? Or have people stopped dying? Apparently the death rate here is the highest, despite us being 2 weeks behind. This timing phrase bothers me. Does virus truly stick to a schedule? It takes planes 2 hours to get from Europe to here without signs. So do germs take a route, or wait, as they have said, within people? What is in the air now, I wonder, apart from the template for some form of apocalyptic design? Green clouds of flu? Or COVID blue, sharp and ice-like, piercing us as we are waiting, and either God sent to show disappointment or trained to find us, sanctioned and perhaps weaponized. The government are doing what they can, one friend says. Another, me, and then others too, disabuse this. Every government throughout this has struggled, but it is the sensibility shown that appalls. While they have started tearing the cages in which we have been kept, there's been crying. Tears of loneliness and boredom, frustration and fear, hope's last call. While some can't quite leave, as the lockdown provided real comfort. Forced to retreat, the moles furrow. As the furlough falls, rabbits run. Doubtless many embryos have begun, but what sort of genes are engendered? Those of the folded, awaiting command, or those spun, whipped and whirled by events into fresh forms of action, some of which may prove violent, and some of which, through staying tame, may disturb? Where will the open cage leave us then? With friends and reality so uncertain, at a time in which the new normal, which is such a bastard phrase, becomes verb. Not even questions work now, as nobody knows the full answer. You certainly can't conclude in one poem what each person's novel and news does to them. So we just fragment, like events, and cling to the cage that's made for us. Sometimes the bars beat us, sometimes the air itself seeks our end. We will not be as we were. There will be a new strain within us, a quite different virus that will sit in us all, far and close. It will be a form of suspicion, in shades through which we will never find a full comfort, just perhaps its illusion, as those who lead distance from us and love gains a shadow, dimming each small thing you prized most. For there has been more to this than just death. More to this than confinement. From the flesh that's pressed, wine is flowing. From our grapes and wrath, bitter toasts. David ERDOS, June the 13th, 2020.